Happy New Year, everyone! Welcome to my 2023 recap. It is the 1st of January right now. It is actually 1 p.m. 1:26 to be exact. I just woke up. Thank you so much. Yeah, last year I recorded this video on the 31st, so it was cute because I was like, oh, the year is like ending today, like I'll post it the 1st of January. We got extremely drunk like really early through the night yesterday, so I did not have time to do that. So I thought, let me wake up on the new year fresh and record my little recap of 2023, because I did do it last year and I did think if I can continue this, it'd be a really good accomplishment on my behalf. So yippee-ki-yay. I did watch my video from last year just to see what I kind of said or what I pointed out as like highlights throughout my 2022, and I did write some stuff down because I just thought it'd be nice to kind of go back and look at it and then kind of explain about what happened this year. Last year I did start it off by saying that like nothing really happened in 2022, you know, and then whatever. I honestly think less happened this year. So slay for me, big slay for me. I did literally write nothing really happened. So I think I was being a bit harsh on myself, because then I obviously proceeded to then like say little stuff that I was like proud of that I did last year. But I honestly think less happened this year. So big slay for that. One of my things that I was really proud of last year was living in London for another year. So I did do over 2 years of living in London. I've been in the UK for like 5 years, but London specifically was like 2 years. We did move out. Thank you so much. Update on that, last year we moved out. London is a hellhole. It really... Listen, I love London, I really do. I genuinely can see myself living there, but you just have to be like so financially okay to be happy to live in London, because otherwise you are just miserable and you're working a job that you hate just to pay like an absorbent amount of rent, and it's just painful. And me and my sister were there together and we just decided, listen, it was just too much. I think we were both feeling really homesick. I had a feeling that like I just needed to leave, and I don't know what it was, and I was kind of also jumping into like the deep end because I didn't have like a job lined up. We basically quit our jobs. We quit our jobs and just moved back home. So big slay for that. Thank you so much. A thing I picked on last year was that I had a lot of auditions, which is fantastic. I filmed two short films last year. Did not do that this year. Thank you so much. But I did have some auditions, which is good. Kind of probably towards the end of the year this year, I decided that I wanted to start auditioning for like cruise ships and like abroad jobs, and not so specifically looking at London. And once that kind of like clicked into my head, I was like, okay, this is fantastic. I can just now audition for like this one type of job. And once I kind of decided that, then it was really clear in my brain. And that was also the time where we decided that we were gonna move back home and we were gonna leave our London flat. So it kind of made it easier and like justified us leaving even more, because I was like, if I get a job, I'm gonna be, you know, on a cruise or away in a different country or whatever. I'm not gonna need this flat in London. So I did audition for a lot of cruise ship auditions slash just like, you know, hotel jobs while I was in London. I think I might have done like, honestly, in the month of like September or October, I honestly think I did like 10 cruise auditions, which doesn't even seem like a lot, but it is a lot because you have to prepare for every single one. Some of them were more singing auditions, some of them were more dancing auditions. Got cut from every single one. It was amazing. Thank you so much. It really is a confidence booster being in this industry, 1000%. But you know, that also happened, so I have to, you know, pat myself on the back for that one. Thank you so much. Last year I also gave a shout out to all of the musicals I saw that year. This is what I mean when I did nothing. I was like, I'm giving a shout out to the musicals. And this year was the first year that I actually saw like concerts for the first time, and like multiple concerts in a year. Literally the only concert I'd been to beforehand was like, I saw One Direction when I was 12. I shouldn't laugh at that. It was so serious. I saw One Direction when I was 12 and it was the most amazing concert of my life. And then I had seen like little bits here and there. I saw Hugh Jackman in concert a couple of years ago. I saw Phoebe Bridgers like 2 years ago, but it was very like sporadic, like once a year kind of thing. This is the year that I actually saw like the most in a single, you know, year, and I wanted to give a shout out for that because that was just really exciting. First show I saw was Harry Styles. Hazza was stunning. Saw him in Wembley. It was amazing. It was such a good time. It was in the summer, so it was just like the most amazing vibe. I got a top. I wore it religiously. I honestly think I didn't wash it for like weeks because I was obsessed with wearing it. It's really funny as well because when I was in my One Direction era, I was a Louis girl. I was a Louis girl through and through, and when all these like Larry Stylinson, you know, ships were going around, I was so upset because I thought I was going to marry Louis, and the thought of like him and Harry like getting together, I was like, oh, that's it, like I will never be able to marry my husband. So I had like a vendetta against Harry Styles, honestly, my entire childhood and like growing up. So I had a diary, listen to this, I had a diary that was a One Direction diary, and I used to bring it to school all the time, and I used to write in it, which is really bad because I used to like write about people in school and it was just lying like there on my desk. Anyway, Harry on this photo was like scraped out with a knife, like he was literally like. So the fact that I went this year, because then I was obsessed with Harry's House. His album came out and it was when we just moved to London, so that was like the soundtrack to my life, and like moving to London, and I was obsessed with it, and I was like, I need to just be there live, and it was amazing. So shout out to you, Hazza. Now, you know, I can appreciate you for your talent and your greatness when in the past you were absolutely knifed out of my diaries. Thank you so much. I also saw Boy Genius, which was so fun. This was also in the summer, but this was even better because Ethel Cain and Muna opened for them, and it was everything to me, and it literally just like actually changed my life a little bit. Ethel was absolutely stunning, like actually so stunning. My sister is like a big Ethel fan, so that was most of the reason as well I kind of convinced her to go, because I'm like the big Boy Genius girly. She likes them, but she's not a Boy Genius girly, you know. So I kind of convinced her because Ethel was opening, so it was so nice to get to see her, to see Ethel. And I love Muna. Shout out to Muna. I fucking love you guys. Seeing them live was literally an outer body experience. They were unreal. Dare I say, like the best thing about the night. I'm so sorry. Boy Genius were unreal. Boy Genius were beautiful, amazing, stunning. I love them so much. Their album, The Record, was honestly the most genius thing ever. I'm obsessed with it. But Muna, genuinely seeing them live, it's because I think I've never seen them live, and I just was like preparing for Boy Genius that they like caught me off guard, and I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen ever. And they sang all the best songs, and it was stunning, and they're all just beautiful and amazing, and it changed my life. And then Boy Genius were just absolutely just unreal. It was amazing. And singing like Not Strong Enough in like a field of like thousands of people in the dark, and like fireworks were going off. It was genuinely like the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. It was beautiful, so thank you. I also saw the 1975 this year, which was very cool. I bought tickets like a year before the concert, and this was before I found out about like all the Matty Healy stuff. Thank you so much. So I was not as hyped for it anymore, which is really disappointing because I do actually really like them as a band, so it's just disappointing about like everything that's going on about it. But it was they were very good. Matty was obviously, you know, very questionable as always, but it was like a really enjoyable night. I went with my friend Hannah, and we had like an amazing night together. The bleachers also opened before, and it was so fun to see Jack Antonoff in real life. I was like honestly starstruck a little bit. I was like, Jackie boy, hello. So that was so fun. Also, the Japanese House opened for them, and I didn't know about the Japanese House until I saw them open for the 1975. Oh my god, are they so amazing. Oh my god, are they amazing. I went home and like listened to everything, and now I love them too. And like seeing Jack, I was like, that's one person away from Taylor. Like I'm literally one person away from Taylor, and not just any person, like a close person. Like her and Jackie boy go way back, do you know what I mean? So it was so exciting because I was like, I'm basically seeing Taylor live. I posted a TikTok about it being like, oh, I saw Jack Antonoff, which basically means I was at the Eras tour, and everyone like loved it, and it was just funny to me because I thought that's exactly how I feel. Like that's the delusion that's going on, being like, no, that's literally so true though. Thank you so much. And then I also saw Hozier very recently, literally like a week ago. He was in Dublin, which was so fun because it was like Christmas time. It was really last minute as well. My sister's friend had like a spare ticket. So that was really amazing to get to see him live. You know, fellow Irish man. Love him so much. He's honestly so talented. He sounds like it's not real. I feel like I'm just like listening to the radio. Like it doesn't sound like he's actually giving this to me in real life. He was just absolutely stunning. His hair, it's just a work of art, really. Come on. And it was just amazing. He talked about how excited he was to be back in Dublin and to be performing in his hometown, and it was just so lovely, and you could tell everyone there was just so happy to like welcome him. It was just amazing. It was such good vibes. Hozier was just, you know, absolutely stunning. So shout out to you, Andrew. I also ended the video last year by signing with an agent. So I had just signed with an agent at the end of 2022. I'm no longer with that agent. That all blew up. I have had really bad luck with agents. I don't know if that's the universe telling me to just quit this industry or what's going on, but I genuinely have had like just the worst luck with agents, and this specific one that I was signed with was just absolutely not the fit for me. I left them in September. So even like, I don't even know how I lasted like the 9 months, because it was just terrible. Being just that whole like 9 months was just it was rough basically. So I now don't have an agent, so I'm so sorry last year me. That didn't last too long. Thank you so much. But good news. Right before we moved home, I had literally packed up the entire flat. All of my stuff went into a storage unit, and then I brought home like 2 suitcases back home to Dublin, and I had no plan. I quit my job, we left the flat, and I was just moving back home to live with my parents, and I had so many people asking me, what are you gonna do? Did you get a new job? Did you book something new? Do you have something lined up? And my answer was no. I'm just taking a break. And so many people thought that was like absolutely wild, that was like a thing that I had considered. And I'm so lucky that I had, you know, a house and a family to come back to, and they, you know, welcomed me with a room, and they were, you know, happy to take me back, which was great. But yeah, so many people were asking me, and I was just like, listen, I just feel like I need a break. I don't want to be in London at this moment in time. There's been a lot of stuff this year. I've just not had the best experience living in London. As I said, just like, if you struggle living there, it's not fun being in London. It really isn't, because then you're seeing everyone else live these lives and do all these crazy amazing things, and I'm like sitting at home because I paid rent, so I want to sit in my house. You know what I mean? It just wasn't the best thing. So yeah, everyone was very much not like doubting me, but kind of questioning me about whether this was the best decision to do, whether if this was smart, if I was actually thinking, whatever. And 2 days before we moved back home officially, I got an email from this production company that does cruises / like abroad jobs, and they wanted to have a Zoom call with me, and I was like, oh, amazing, cool. It literally was like, we just wanted to get to know you better, and I was like, oh, amazing, let me do that, you know. Didn't really actually think anything of it. I had emailed them like months ago, didn't hear anything back. So I hop onto the Zoom call, and you know, they kind of go on to like explain to me about what the job is and what the contract looks like, and this one specific job is in Greece, and kind of goes through, you know, all the shows that we're gonna learn. This is how it works, and I was kind of sitting there being like, why is she telling me exactly like what the job is? And so obviously we were talking, my charming personality obviously won her over, and she was just kind of sitting there, and she was like, so I kind of want to offer you the job. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I have one contract open that's for like a dancer role, and you know, I just wanted to like I just wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to see what you were like, and you know, not in talk to you, see what you were like, see what your personality was like. She said this job is like a really big social job. You know, you talk to all the guests. It's very much like an around. The dancers are very involved with like everything that's going on throughout. It's basically a 5-star resort in Greece. Which literally, what the fuck. And so she like offered me the job on the spot, and I was just sitting there being like, and so my dream beforehand had been to be unemployed for all of December. I wanted to take December off. I wanted to be home. I wanted to sit with Toby. I didn't want to do anything. And then I wanted to be employed in January. That was like my goal. And at first I was like, that's a little bit too much of an ask, like that's not gonna happen, you know, whatever. And literally so she was telling me about the job. I had all of December off, and I start rehearsals the 10th of January. and then I'm off to Greece in March till the end of October. Literally, what the hell? It was like everything that I had dreamed of. She had literally just said it, and I was like, where did you come from? Like, this is everything that I had wanted and manifested for this entire year. It was the most amazing feeling. So she literally offered me the job on the spot, and obviously I like thought about it, read the contract, whatever, and then got back to her, signed everything, and now I'm going back to London. Guess where the rehearsals are? In London. Going back to London in like a week to start rehearsals for 8 weeks, and then we're going off to Greece in March. Literally for the whole year, which is just unbelievable. And literally last year during my vlog, I said how excited I was about going to Greece for my 21st birthday. I've always wanted to go to Greece forever. I feel like I belong there. There was a weird part of me that was like, I feel like I need to be there. Mamma Mia definitely had a big say in that, but I have always wanted to go to Greece, and that was like such a bucket list moment for me. Look how happy I was. I was so excited to be there for my 21st birthday, and I talked about how I always felt like I wanted to be in Greece, that I belonged in Greece, and the fact that this contract is in Greece just feels like everything going into place. It's just absolutely wonderful. I've also been asked to learn aerial hoop. So I've never done that before, and I've been asked to learn it and be an aerialist on this contract. So during rehearsals, I'm also going to be learning hoop, which is something I've always wanted to learn after I saw Zendaya in The Greatest Showman, because I wanted to be her, and I was like, I'm gonna learn hoop. I like looked at lessons. They're pretty pricey, and I looked at lessons and just never did them. And then now I'm getting like paid to learn it. It's just literally the best thing ever. I just can't believe it. So I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. I think it's going to be a lot. It is the whole year. And then right after I finish my contract, I am flying to America to go visit my friend Maggie, who lives there. Love you so much. Because on the 2nd of November, we are going to see Taylor Allison Swift in Indianapolis. So I have about 48 hours to get from Greece to London to Indianapolis to go see Taylor in concert, and then I'm staying with Mags for like 3 weeks. So technically the next time I'm going to be home is literally like December next year, so it'll be this time next year I'll be home. So I'm kind of trying to adjust to that, because it will be the longest that I'll be away from home that I've ever spent. So that's it's kind of scary, that it's going to be that. I've never spent, you know, like a full 11 months not being at home. The worst thing is honestly leaving Toby. I don't know how I'm going to leave my child for 11 months, and you know, he can't come visit me in Greece, which is horrible. My family can, so it's just my dog. Actually, it hurts like my chest, my heart, everything. It hurts. So we're just gonna have to try deal with that. We're gonna just have to do, you know, daily FaceTimes. It'll be so fine. But yeah, I cannot believe that is happening next year. So I definitely feel like this time next year when I'm doing this video, I will have a lot more to say. Hopefully I'll be a lot more tan, you know, maybe a different hairstyle. We'll see. Who knows? I just can't believe it's happening. So I think next year is going to just be so wonderful, and I really do have amazing hopes and dreams for 2024, and I think it'll just be wonderful. And to have my first professional contract this year is just it's just such a wonderful feeling to go into the next year. Well, we are this year. Also, do you know what I can say? Do you know what I can officially say this year? It's 2024. Do you know what I can say? Someone just walked by. You know what I can say? I'm seeing Taylor Swift this year! Literally the most amazing feeling. I honestly think last year I manifested like Eras Tour tickets on New Year's Eve. So Taylor, if you're watching, please announce your international dates, because I will need like a year's in advance to plan how I'm going to get tickets. So please, if you could, darling, announce them for me. Thank you so much. We usually do a thing where we like run around with our sparklers outside here, and I genuinely sat there manifesting Eras Tour tickets, and it came true. So the fact that I get to see her this year like more than once too is just the most amazing thing ever. I did give like a huge shout out to Taylor last year in my video for being like the soundtrack to my life. Another shout out this year, because genuinely I think she has taken over my whole life. When I think of 2023, I honestly just think like, oh, I mean, literally it was the year of Taylor Swift. She was literally Time's Person of the Year, but she was my Person of the Year even more. Like, I spent so much time thinking about her, listening to her music, watching all the Eras Tour videos, staying up for surprise songs, literally waking up in the middle of the night to see what she sung, like keeping up with all the games that she went to, like everything this year, honestly is just like all Taylor coded. It's all Taylor surrounded. So even more this year, she has been a bigger part of my life. So Taylor, literally love you so much. She was a soundtrack to my life even more this year than usual, because it was just, you know, just wonderful. We had 1989 Taylor's version, we had Speak Now Taylor's version, like just so much of my year this year was definitely surrounded by Taylor, and I honestly think I would have been so bored if it wasn't for her. So Taylor, thank you so much for keeping me occupied, entertained, and just loved, just actually so loved this year. I met the most incredible people because of Taylor. Literally, like Maggie, my bestest friend who I'm going to visit, we bond so hard over Taylor. That was like one of the things we like clicked so hard over, and you know, I will just always be grateful because she's the most wonderful person, and like to have Taylor be something that like brought that in. And I know so many people make friends because of her, you know, online and stuff, so it's just so wonderful. I literally love her so much. I literally love her. There's a reason I'm doing this in my car, because if I was saying this all in the house, my family would honestly kick me out, the amount that I talk about her. Also, I got my family to watch the Eras Tour movie, and we even watched Miss Americana together. Thank you so much. I'm really doing Lord's work here. I'm trying to convert the whole family, but I honestly think it's working. I think they're converted. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think it's happening. Another really fun thing was I filmed 13 videos this year, which is really fun because the thing for me has always been to do more YouTube videos and to just film more, put more stuff out. So 13 videos means that I did at least once a month, which is really impressive, because I just always, I mean, it is like, I'm the laziest human being that has ever, you know, lived. So I just, when I say it's a lot of effort, it's just a lot of effort for me. It really isn't a lot of effort. I have to sit here, talk, and then the worst thing is just editing, because editing takes like all day. This I could do for, you know, ever. So I was just very proud of myself that I actually stuck to that, because in my head I'd always wanted a goal of like videos to be filmed. So the fact that I did do at least once a month, I feel, you know, very accomplished because of that. So thank you so much. I hope you're applauding right now for me. Thank you. And then I also had my Taylor Swift birthday. I turned 22. She's 22 this year. It's my Taylor Swift birthday, which I'm very excited about. In September, which was so fun. Everything was very Taylor coded, like the whole time leading up to it. I made such a big deal that it was my 22nd. I had a Taylor cake. I got Taylor birthday cards. I got Taylor presents. It was just such a wonderful time, and I love it. And the fact that I get to sing 22 at the Eras Tour this year while being 22, I've peaked. I've literally peaked in life. That is it for me. That is it. I will literally die happy. Thank you so much, Taylor Allison Swift again. Thank you so much. Anyway, I think that is all for me this year. Here's to a wonderful, amazing 2024. I, once again, just, yeah, have very good high hopes for this. I really hope it happens. I hope I'm manifesting it correctly and everything. I just hope it's a good year. I mean, I feel like that's, you know, what anyone can hope for. It's just that it's good, healthy, happy, you know, the fact that I get to be abroad for 11 months in a dream country of mine, doing a dream job, is just so wonderful. So I'm very grateful to whoever is listening to me right now. Taylor, is it you? Because I think it's her. I pray to her every night. Thank you so much for blessing me with this, honestly. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful New Year's. Have a wonderful 2024. I wish you all the best, all the love, all the happiness, all the joy, all the health, all the Taylor. Love you so much. Have a wonderful year, and I will see you back here next year, probably in the same position. I think I'm gonna keep the tradition going in a car. I kind of like it. And yeah, hopefully I'll have a lot more fun stories and exciting things that have happened in 2024.